Money loves speed. Wealth loves time. Imagine two people. The first person makes $250,000 a year. The second person makes $70,000 a year. Fast forward 25 years. Who do you think is wealthier? Most people don't even hesitate. They point to the person making $250,000. And honestly, that seems obvious. More income should mean more wealth. Except sometimes it doesn't. In fact, some of the wealthiest people you'll ever meet don't look rich at all, and some of the highest earners you know are quietly living paycheck to paycheck. How is that possible? Because money and wealth are not the same thing. Money moves fast, wealth moves slowly. And if you don't understand the difference, you can spend your entire life chasing money while never actually becoming wealthy. Today, I'm going to show you why money loves speed, why wealth loves time, and how understanding this one idea can completely change your financial future. My name is Victor, and I spend way too much time thinking about why some people become financially free, while others spend decades running on the same financial treadmill. If you're someone who wants to build lasting wealth, invest smarter, and stop feeling like you're always starting over financially, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because what we're talking about today might be the most important wealth-building principle you'll ever learn. The lie most people believe. Here is the lie. Most people believe wealth is created by making more money. And look, earning more absolutely helps. I'm not going to sit here and tell you income doesn't matter. It does. A lot. But income alone is not what creates wealth. If it were, every doctor would be wealthy. Every lawyer would be wealthy. Every professional athlete would stay wealthy. Every lottery winner would stay wealthy. But we know that's not what happens. According to research from the National Endowment for Financial Education, a significant number of lottery winners experience serious financial problems within a few years of receiving their winnings. Why? Because money arrived faster than the habits needed to keep it. Money showed up. Wealth never had a chance to form. And that's because wealth is not built in a moment. Wealth is built through time. Think about planting a tree. Nobody plants a seed on Monday and expects shade on Friday, but people invest for 6 months and wonder why they're not financially independent. People save for a year and wonder why they're not wealthy. The problem isn't effort. The problem is expectations. Money can arrive quickly. Wealth almost never does. The difference between money and wealth. This is where most people get confused. Money is what you earn. Wealth is what you keep. Money is visible. Wealth is invisible. Money is the car. Wealth is the investment account nobody sees. Money is the vacation photo. Wealth is the portfolio quietly compounding in the background. Money gets attention. Wealth creates freedom. And here's what most people don't realize. You can have a lot of money without having much wealth, but it's almost impossible to have real wealth without eventually having money. That's because wealth is the engine. Money is often just the exhaust. People see the outcome. They don't see the process. The wealth equation nobody talks about. Let's make this practical. Imagine two people. Person A earns $120,000 per year. They spend $115,000. They save $5,000. Person B earns $70,000 per year. They spend $50,000. They save $20,000. Who builds more wealth? Person B. Not because they earn more, because they keep more. This is the first wealth law. Wealth grows in the gap between what you earn and what you spend. No gap, no wealth. Small gap, slow wealth. Large gap, faster wealth. Every financial strategy eventually comes back to this one idea. The gap is where investing happens. The gap is where opportunity lives. The gap is where freedom begins. Why high earners get trapped. Now this is where things get interesting. When income rises, most people expect wealth to rise too. But something else usually rises first. Lifestyle. A better apartment, a nicer car, more subscriptions, more dinners out, more upgrades, more payments. Suddenly, the extra income disappears. Not because it wasn't enough, because it got assigned a job the moment it arrived. Economists call this lifestyle inflation, and it's one of the biggest enemies of wealth. The tragedy is that most people don't even notice it happening. Every upgrade feels reasonable, every expense feels justified, until one day they're making 3 times more than they used to and somehow still feel financially stressed. Money increased, freedom didn't. That's because wealth doesn't care how much you earn. Wealth cares how much you keep. The magic ingredient: time. Now let's talk about the most powerful force in personal finance. Time. Not stock picking, not crypto, not real estate, not side hustles. Time. Because time allows compounding to work, and compounding is where ordinary investments become extraordinary results. Imagine investing $500 per month, not $5,000, just $500. If that money grows at an average annual rate of 8%, after 10 years, you have roughly $91,000. Sounds good. After 20 years, around $295,000. After 30 years, nearly $750,000. After 40 years, more than $1.7 million. Same monthly contribution, same investor, same strategy. The difference is time. This is why wealth loves time. Time multiplies everything. Good decisions, bad decisions, investments, debt, habits, everything. Why people struggle with this? Here's the psychological problem. Humans are not naturally wired for long-term thinking. We're wired for immediate rewards. Your brain loves today. Wealth rewards patience. Your brain loves certainty. Investing requires uncertainty. Your brain wants visible progress. Compounding is often invisible for years. This creates a conflict. The very behaviors that build wealth often feel boring. Meanwhile, the behaviors that destroy wealth feel exciting. Trading, speculation, impulse spending, lifestyle upgrades. They provide immediate emotional rewards, but long-term financial penalties. And this is why so many people struggle. They're playing a short-term game in a long-term system. The wealth builders think differently. The people who build wealth successfully tend to think differently. They don't ask, how much can I spend? They ask, how much can I invest? They don't ask, how rich do I look? They ask, how free am I becoming? They don't chase status, they chase ownership, because ownership is what creates wealth. Owning productive assets, owning businesses, owning investments, owning things that generate value even when you're sleeping. That's what separates wealth builders from high earners. High earners depend on their next paycheck. Wealth builders gradually reduce that dependence. The wealth formula. If I could simplify decades of wealth-building research into one formula, it would look like this. Income times gap times time equals wealth. Notice what's missing. No secret stock, no magic investment, no get-rich-quick scheme. Just 3 variables. Increase income, protect the gap, give it time. That's it. Simple doesn't mean easy, but it does mean clear. A story you'll remember. Let me tell you about 2 fictional friends. Both start at age 25, both earn similar incomes. One spends almost everything they earn. The other consistently saves and invests. Nothing dramatic happens for years. At 30, their lives look similar. At 35, still similar. At 40, some differences appear. At 45, the gap becomes obvious. At 50, they seemed to live in different financial worlds. The difference wasn't intelligence, it wasn't luck, it wasn't income. It was time. One person gave time something to work with, the other didn't. And that's how wealth is usually built, not through one giant decision, through hundreds of small decisions repeated for decades. The lesson most people learn too late. Here's what most people don't realize. The goal is not to get rich quickly. The goal is to become financially free eventually. Those sound similar. They're not. Getting rich quickly focuses on speed. Financial freedom focuses on sustainability. One is exciting, the other is effective, and effectiveness wins almost every time. Final thought. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this: money loves speed. Wealth loves time. Money can appear overnight. Wealth almost never does. Money can be earned. Wealth must be built, invested, and allowed time to multiply. So stop asking, how can I get rich fast? Start asking, how can I consistently build wealth over time? Because that's the question that changes everything. And here's my challenge for you. In the comments below, tell me, what is one financial habit you're going to stick with for the next 12 months? Not 1 week, not 1 month, 12 months. Because wealth isn't built by one big moment, it's built by consistent actions repeated over time. If you found this valuable, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with someone who's working toward financial freedom. And remember, money loves speed, wealth loves time. I'll see you in the next one.